going on, everybody? God, sorry, I got a knot in my throat. Let me go through because I was hearing things going on, but I couldn't see them, so I apologize. Hey, JD, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. What's going on, Griffin's Tale? Thank you, Vampy, for the 3 months. Oh, and thank you for the 3 months as well, JD. I appreciate that. And Chaos Gwen. Thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a... What day's this day? Today's Tuesday? Yeah. I completely lost track of time. I was like on vacation all last week, and then I was off yesterday, so I completely forgot what kind of day it is. Tuesday, yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, Cotton Candy Goddess, how are you, my dear? You could do exclamation point tip or exclamation point meow, and it'll bring you to the thing. I think I also pinned it, but honestly, I kind of forgot how to do all this stuff because it's been a very, very long time since I did. I've literally done like one donation goal in my life, so I can't even remember how to do it. I do? Okay, cool. Well, thank you. I thought I did, and I wasn't sure because I still have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, so... I don't really know what we're gonna get up to tonight. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you for the 50 Dara. I appreciate that. I hope this thing updates. It should frickin' update. It should. If it doesn't, I don't know why it doesn't. I don't know if you specifically have to use the link to get it to update. I don't know. But either way. Oh, well, thank you, JD. Mr. Anonymous. Thank you for the $50, my friend. Hey, Rebecca, what's going on, man? Okay, so it does.
Griffin Tail donated $50. Greater than _ carrot less than happy to help you. Love you, boo.
Why are there two? That's so weird. I literally threw this page together in like just a second. So, do you have a preference? I do have a preference. If you do exclamation point meow, it'll track it. Honestly, I don't really care either way. But if you wanted to track the goal, then use exclamation point meow. As long as we keep our loved ones in our hearts, they are never truly gone. The wound they left, the wound left by their absence never fully heals. That is very true. But memorials become soothing after time. That is very, very true. Hey, what's up, Spencer? God bless little kitty, family forever. Absolutely. Absolutely. At least it's hiding behind the hype train. That's fair. I don't think I can close that. Thank you, CC.
Cotton Candy Goddess 2 donated $50. Greater than _ carrot less than anything to help fam. Love you.
I love you guys too. I really should put this over here as well, because I don't know how to pin messages on YouTube. But can I pin messages? I can pin messages. Good news is I got a call. What a doofus cat. He loved showering with me, which is super, super weird. I've never had a cat that actually likes to shower with a human or shower or like water at all. He was such a silly. I got a call today while I was out from I think it's called Pet Memorial something. I don't remember. Hey, Red Sox, how's it going? He can come home tomorrow. So I got him cremated, and got like a nice little urn and whatnot. Yeah, so he can come home tomorrow, which will be really, really nice. I got a nice little, I'll show you guys when it comes in, but I got a custom like urn bracelet, so it's really nice beads. I think there are like onyx stones, and then in the center is like this nice like stainless steel cylinder, and it's engraved tiger on it, and it's really, really pretty. So that's gonna be really cute when it comes in. Not much, man. Just life's a struggle. But how about you? How have you been? Life's been a struggle. I've been better, but I mean, I'm here. So yeah. I lost my dad and grandpa way back in 2008, and that's the sentiment I echo anytime anyone I know is experiencing loss. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Surround yourself with people in your life who love and you care, or who love you and care. Yeah, and as much as it truly as hard as it is for me to do this.
X-VampyKidX donated $50. Greater than _ carat less than love to both you and Tiger Baby forever. We're all cheering you on, you've got this. Purple heart emoji.
I appreciate you guys. I really do. Such a cute little kitty. He is. He was an adorable little man. So for those of you, most of you don't know, because most of you haven't met him, but so this is obviously Tiger's print, and it's stamped Tiger. The vet gave me that, and this one is his brother. He did have an identical brother who looked exactly like him, and his name was Snickers. Snickers passed away probably within 3 months of me having him, which really sucked. But after Snickers passed, Tiger got like super like lovey and cuddly and sweet kitty like. He was very much, Tiger was the older brother, not by much, but like a little bit. And he would always like protect and look after Snickers. Well, when Snickers passed, he did the same thing for me. Like, he followed me. Tiger followed me everywhere. He would sleep with me. Well, he would sleep on me. Every room I went into, he had to be there. Like I said, the cat showered with me, which was strange, but he did. And it was so cute. Hey, what's up, Bean? Just popping in to say love you, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I love you too, dude. Yeah, it was sad when I lost Snickers. Snickers was the super cuddly one. Like, Snickers would sleep on me. Snickers would, play. Tiger not so much. And then when Snickers passed, Tiger took over that role. He slept on me. He would play. He would run around. He constantly wanted attention. He wanted to be like the protector kitty. So that was really, really cute. My mom had a little mutant kitty, polydactyl. Oh, the ones with little kink tails, yeah. who was very cold and distant when she was young, but as she got older, she started to invite herself on walks with a dog. Oh, dude, that's adorable. Probably an odd question, but how long will the donation be live for? Wasn't sure if there was a time. I set it for like 3 months, honestly. I set it for like 3 months because I think that was the max that it let me. I didn't want to put a time limit on it, but I couldn't figure out a way to not. So that's kind of annoying, but I can always extend it or shorten it. But yeah, I do want to say I appreciate all you guys who have been reaching out and like checking on me over the past, few days to a week. I don't know. I've always been one of those people where I love animals more than I love people, right? Because animals can't do anything wrong. Most of the time. This cat's literally hopping in my bathtub as I'm trying to remodel it. He's ridiculous. Like, I love people too. It's hard for me to love people, but animals is just like super natural, right? Like, I get super attached to animals very quickly. Gypsy did the same thing. They're finding pubs to play in heaven now. Exactly. Tiger was funny. Like, he enjoyed drinking water out of the bathtub, so then as I'm remodeling the bathtub, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go in there and play, even though I thought I closed the door, but I guess I didn't. He looked so much like my cat Loki, only Loki is a jonk. So he was something, right? He was absolutely something. He got the nickname from my vet, the donkey kicker, because anytime he was not aggressive, even though in his paperwork when I adopted him, in his paperwork it said bad temper, etc., etc., etc. He did not have a bad temper in the slightest. He wouldn't bite you, he wouldn't scratch you. He might get like a little pissy and like growl, but he would never bite you or scratch you. So the vet nicknamed him the donkey kicker. Wait, what happened? Oh, hi, Autumn. Last Sunday? Wait, Tuesday. Yeah, I think it was last Sunday. We lost the little void kitty. I just gotten back from vacation. Was it last Sunday or was it this Sunday? I can't even remember. It was last Sunday. I'd gotten home from vacation and he wasn't doing well. So I put him through the night and, just feeding him, thinking maybe he's just mad at me for going away. Sunday rolled around, he wasn't doing well, so I took him to the emergency vet to get him checked. And it was really, really bad. I guess like his entire body was shutting down. His kidney levels were very, very bad. His plat levels, which I don't know what those are, were very bad, and he was anemic, meaning his body wasn't making, from my understanding, I'm relatively stupid, so from my understanding, his body was trying to make red blood cells, but couldn't make them fast enough in order to keep things up. So he was very cold and very, very bad. So they had him on oxygen. They did blood tests. They did x-rays to check everything. And his body was just shutting down. He didn't want to walk. He didn't want to eat. He couldn't walk. Like, he was walking and he would, like, stumble and fall over. So... yeah, his body was just saying enough is enough. So, the day I got back from vacation,
Sarge_85 donated
thank you, Sarge, I
$25.
appreciate that, man.
Greater than
Thank you for the
underscore carrot
25
less than meow.
So the day I got back from vacation, I basically lost my cat. Or the day after I got back, I don't. So yeah. I remember having a dog, but I had to go to college when I came back. My uncle shot my dog, and I told him that he will never show his face. Wow, that's super fucked, dude. He shot my dog, and I told him that he will never show his face around here again. Dude, that is absolutely wild. That is absolutely wild. So yeah, that's basically what happened, and because everything was done at an emergency vet, it was very, very expensive. It was like $1,385 to lose my kitty cat. And I even sat there and I talked to the vet tech, or the doctor that was there, and I was like, hey, like, can I, like, bring him home? Because I didn't get to spend any time with him, right? I was gone for a week. And, I was like, can I bring him home and just do this tomorrow so I can spend some time with him, so I can, you know, enjoy some time with my kitty cat? And also so I can bring him to my normal vet. And she was like, well, you could, but he's already in really bad condition, and we don't know, like, what would happen throughout the night. Like, if things got worse throughout the night and I have to rush him back to the emergency room, then that's even worse. And I get it. Right, I do get it. So, you know, that's not the news that I was hoping for when I went there. But I've never been the person to put myself or my situation over, like, an animal's, right? Like, I don't care if I'm financially struggling. If my cat needs something, he's going to get it. I don't care. So it would have been super selfish of me.
Griff's friend donated $100.
Friend.
Greater than underscore carrot less
Well,
than.
thank you, Griff's friend. I really appreciate the $100. Thank you so much. Also, I don't know why Sarge's thing came up twice. That's a little odd. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of threw this together. I wasn't... I don't know what I was expecting, but thank you, Griff's friend. But, you know, Neon Sprite with a gifted sub. Thank you so much. Did it go that time? Wait, what do you mean? Did you do it twice? Did you do it twice? Did I do one and then one on another? I don't know. It looks like it moved the number. Either way, thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub as well, Neon Sprite. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sarge. I really appreciate that. But, you know, so it would have been incredibly selfish of me to take him home. Thank you for the follow, Sarge. I thought you were already following, but I guess not. I could have sworn you were already following. Either way, thank you. But yeah, it would have been incredibly selfish of me to bring him home just to bring him to my vet to make it cheaper. I'm not gonna make his quality of life crappy even for a night just to save a couple dollars. Like his life's worth way more than that to me. His comfortability is worth way more than that to me. You know. Okay, let me catch up on chat. I didn't know Tiggy personally, but I love the little guy. Everybody did. Everybody loved this little kitty cat. I mean, look at him. How could you not? He's such an adorable little love bug. I came here getting ready to give him treats and pets. Yeah, I get it. This was at the vet. They let me do it outside, so it was really nice because he actually got to walk around a little bit, lay in the dirt, lay in the grass, look at the birds. He was super happy. There's a Streamlabs and then the Stream Elements. Oh, are there two different ones? So it's exclamation point meow is the one to the actual thing, to the actual bar at the I mean, it's all going to go to his hospital fund. Everything's gonna go. It doesn't matter if the bar moves or not. But if you want the bar to move, it's exclamation point meow and then use that. I forgot that I have like an actual tip bar at the bottom. I completely forgot about that, so I apologize. Either way, thank you, Sarge. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate all you guys. Like, you don't have to do this, and this isn't like me looking for sympathy by any means. I didn't do this looking for sympathy. I don't know. I just kind of threw it up there and let you guys decide what you want to do. And I know a lot of you guys, a lot of my community was here for my kitty cat. So, you know, I thought this would be like a nice, hard, but nice, thing to try to do. I love the the picture of him with the little Christmas hat. Surprisingly, he was really tolerant of that. He really was, and I was honestly shocked by it. I bought a little thing, and it was a Christmas hat and like a cape. Not like a cape, but you know, it was like red and white, and it's like you Velcro it like around his neck, and it's just like a nice little Christmas cape. He was not having it. He was not having the cape. He was tolerant of the hat. The cape, forget about it. He despised that with every fiber of his being. It was hilarious. We love you though, so we're gonna help. I hope you do well. I gotta dip for a little while, but if you're still on, I'll be there. I appreciate that. I honestly don't know what I was expecting to happen tonight. I don't know how long I plan on being on. I don't know what I plan on doing. I'm just kind of going with it. You did the right thing at the end of the day. It's the toughest choice ever, but you made sure he had the best quality of life through the till the very end. I tried my best. I'm gonna eat some dinner and lurk with the sound off. Hey, I appreciate you, Sarge. I hope you enjoy your dinner, man. He was like, fine, we can do that hat, but you're not. Yeah, he refused the cape. It was hilarious watching him struggle with that. And of course, he has to be Inspector Kitty, checking out my shoddy craftsmanship as I'm redoing my bathroom. Oh yeah, he hated the cape. I still have it. I still have the cape, but he was not doing it. I wish I could have videoed it, or I wish I did video it. It was quite hilarious. It really, really was. He was also the only cat that I've ever met. I kid you not. He demanded belly rubs. Demanded them. But only by me, right? Like, if someone came up, he would let anybody pet him. He was such a friendly cat. Except the vet. He would donkey kick the vet, which was hilarious. He wouldn't scratch them. He wouldn't bite them. He would donkey kick them with his back legs. But, like, I would pet him, and he would lay down and immediately, like, roll over onto his back and demand belly rubs. I thought cats hated their belly being touched, but he didn't. Be trying to put my laundry away. He's like, nah, Dad, these are mine now. Yeah, it was quite hilarious. He was a very different cat. But he was absolutely amazing. Yeah, see, like, right there. He's starting to roll over, and he's like, see, right here. Pet me here. That's so funny he did that. I think some cats don't like their belly rubs, and some do. My aunt had a cat like that liked to be vacuumed. Oh, this picture right here. This is my favorite picture. I'm trying to move my hand, and he took his paws, and he's like, no, you're not done. Then he's like, fine, you can stop. He liked to be vacuumed. That is very, very odd. The Belly Pets shows absolute trust. Apparently, because he would legitimately go everywhere. Yeah, it was so funny. He'd just flop over and love the vacuum. This is how he slept. I literally woke up and he's sleeping on my back. That's hilarious that your cat liked to be vacuum. That's vacuum. I think it's the first one. I think it's VACCUUM. I actually don't know. I can't spell to save my life. So he was also really interesting, right? So you know how some cats, when they want something, they will like knock things over to get your attention, or they will sit there and meow to get your attention, or they will do stuff purposely to try to get your attention, like, hey, I want food, hey, it's time to get up, etc., etc. He did this. It was so adorable, man. It really was. So he would, if it was in the morning and I was still sleeping and he wanted food, he would get up, he would walk right up to my face and start licking my nose, licking the tip of my nose. And yeah, obviously I wake up and I'm like, so I roll over. Now my head is facing the other way. He will walk across my pillow, stand on the other side of me, and start licking my nose again. And I'll keep flopping back and forth, and he'll just keep walking back and forth, licking my nose until he gets tired of it. Once he gets tired of it, then he stops being so nice. So I'll roll back over, and instead of walking across the pillow, he'll just walk across me. He'll literally just either walk across my face, or he'll just like walk across some other part of me to get to the other side. He's like, yeah, clearly walking on the pillow is not doing it. I'm just gonna step on you and then start licking your face. Human's boogers taste good. Yeah, right? He would purposely just walk across me. He wouldn't hop over. He wouldn't do any of that. He would purposely step on me and make sure that he was stepping and stepping and stepping. It was quite adorable. I could never be mad about it because I'm like, I was the one that didn't get up. So, like, it is totally my fault, but Jesus. That was quite hilarious. Yeah, he was very interesting, to say the least. Cats all have their own personalities. They really do. And the funny thing is, like, he would always lick the tip of my nose, and then sometimes he would go a little too far and start getting like my nostril, and I'm like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm getting up. And they can be really funny in their own little ways. Yeah. Especially orange cats. Orange cats are very interesting. I don't understand orange cats. Orange cats are the single brain cell shared within their community. Yeah, exactly. It's they're something. Yeah, my other cat Nacho is this way. 1 brain cell. My dad has a cat, and his name is Mars. And he's an orange cat. He's such... I don't even know how to explain it. He's very... derpy. He is a chonk. Like... You know, like the flag that says like, don't step, like no step on me, or don't step on Snake. What, I can't remember it off the top of my head. My head is very, yeah. He is the epitome of, oh boy, he chonkin', or oh boy, he's, yeah, don't tread on me. Thank you. I'm just really stupid. He's the epitome of like, oh, he treading, oh, he's stomping, like. He's walking through the house, and I swear to God, there's a fucking earthquake going on, man. He is a chonk. My dad feeds him way too much, but he is the epitome of like an orange cat. He's so cute, and he's such a sweetheart. But oh my God, is he dumb? Orange cats only have the primordial brain cell, a hive mind, but the problem is it can only be a single brain cell to 1 cat. Yeah, exactly. It's the singular brain cell shared among orange cats is something. So my dad has 3 cats. He did have 4 cats, but 1 passed away, I think, last year. And Mars was absolutely like the redheaded stepchild that would get bullied. Like, they would bully Mars, but he was so dumb in the cutest ways that he never even realized that the other people were, like, the other cats were bullying him. So he would just be like, hi, guys. And then one of the cats would, like, smack him for something. And he's like, okay, guys. Thank you. He's such a cutie. My friend just found a little orange kitten. Aww. She said it's really chill. Yeah, for now. Just for Texas. Hello, how are you? Such a cute and sweet kitty. He is. He was the cutest kitty. He was my little void kitty. That is Mr. Tiger. It's funny because when I was staying at I stayed at my dad's house. That voice is literally every orange cat to a T. Hi guys. Thank you so much for the food. Every time I think of like an orange cat, you know who I think of? Ed. From Ed and Eddie. Like, Ed. I don't know if it's the 1D or the double. No, it wasn't double D. It was literally just Ed. Yeah. That is to a T orange cat. Is it can only lend a single brain cell. Yeah. So as one orange cat is using the brain cells, all the other ones are like, and then it just randomly finds its way around the orange cats. And you could tell because sometimes your orange cat will act relatively smart. And then literally 5 minutes later, he acts like a complete moron again. Brain cell's gone. Hello, friend. I'm okay. I'm sorry about Tiger's passing. It's okay. He was a love bug, and he lived a very long and happy life. I is sad, but I gave him the best golden years that he could probably ask for. The Void Kitty is the best kitty. But, yeah. Orange cats are something extra special. Like, this is what an orange cat's face usually looks like. That's why I took a picture of it. I'm like, Jesus, are you like part orange? I love my void kitties, as do I. As do I. His feet, he's grabbing everything. Literally. Literally everything. You know, it's funny too. Inner orange hat showing. Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. I'm pretty sure he was like part orange. Hey, Deo, how's it going? I am here. I appreciate it. Ginger seasoned void. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ducky? He also always did that. If I was laying down, he insisted on cleaning me. I don't... Hey, what's up, Bank? How's it going, dude? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. I am so sorry for your loss. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, dude. How are you? I legitimately haven't seen you in God knows how long. Grooming the human. Well, it's so funny. So he loved eating hair. Don't know why. I would lay on the couch. He would hop up like you saw, and he would just start licking me. Super weird. I didn't mind it. I thought it was adorable. But he would go from licking to, like, chewing. And I was like, bro, I don't have enough hair for you to be eating it. Please stop. My baby, all the treats are unlimited in heaven. Yes, they are. Been doing lurking. I'm sorry for loss. I appreciate you, Ducky. Thank you so much, man. Alucard likes to play with the hairballs when I clean out my hairbrush. It's so weird. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Like, if he was cleaning himself and I was in the room, he would insist on cleaning me. He would insist. And if I would try to move, he would just move to where I now was. And I'm just like, okay, well, I guess this is what we're doing. Cats are dorks. Yes, they are. Yes, they absolutely are. Cats are 1000% dorks. That and chopsticks. What? He plays with chopsticks? I'm a lurk. Hopefully, you're on. I gotta get back after Bible study. Yeah, I may be on. I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see. He will literally sit here and stalk if I'm eating something with chopsticks until I'm done, and he'll literally like steal the chopsticks. That's super cute. That is super cute. Like, if you put the chopsticks down, he'll come over and like grab it and run away. He used to try and steal them before I was done eating. Before I was done eating when he was a kitten. I told him, no, you gotta wait till I'm done. That is super cute. That is super cute. I will say, Tiger was interesting, right? He had all of the manners, well, except for that, right? That's a little rude. Just standing on my back, can't go anywhere. Kind of rude. But I could sit next to him with food. He would look and smell it, but he wouldn't do anything. Until I was done, I would put the plate down, and then he would go and try to take whatever's left. Which there's usually not anything, but he would lick the plate anyways. I'll place a bowl on the floor, and he will creep up behind me and steal them from out of the bowl. Oh, that's so cute. He won't take them if I hand them to him. He has to steal them. That is really, really cute. That is that is really, really friggin' cute. Like, you're like, here, you can have these, and he's like, no, I have to steal them. That's so cute. You know what I was, I thought about it the other day, and I've said it before to some people. And I think you said it, Autumn. The tummy pets are like the ultimate trust thing. So anytime I would like walk into the house, so right, let me give you like a layout, right? I walk into, like, I open my front door, I walk in. My door opens this way. My dining room table's like right here. He's always sitting on the dining room table waiting for me to walk in. He never tries to run out. Even if I'm carrying something in, he'll look out the window, like he'll look out the door, but will never try to run out. So I'll get in, I'll close the door, whatever. Every now and again, like occasionally, I would pick him up and I would carry him outside. Because I'm like, I want you to see the outside. You like the birds, you like to sit in front of the window, do you want to go out? So you walk out, there's like a little landing outside of my door, and there's steps going down, probably like 10 steps going down, because it's an elevated ranch. For those of you who don't live in New England, I'm sorry, I'm not going to explain what an elevated ranch is. It's a house. Anyways, so there's a landing outside. It's like a small little deck. And so like I'll stand out there and I'll just hold him and like slowly like spin around in a circle so he can look at the trees and look at the birds and all this cute stuff. For him, right? I don't care. I'm doing it for him. I want him to see the outside, feel the air, which I mean I know he can do sitting at his little window, but it's different. And as birds fly by, he can see them. As squirrels run, he can see them and hear them better. And it's just a different experience. And he loved it. He absolutely loved it. So one day, I was like, I was standing there, and I had a thought. I was like, what if I put him down and just let him walk around instead of me holding him? Like, what if I just let him walk around the deck and just look, right? Something in my brain was like, this will be okay. This will be okay. Everything will be fine. So I'm like, Tigey, because that was his nickname. It was Tigey, Tigey, or I don't know how I came up with it, but Tigey Wygums. I don't know how I came up with that last part. It just, I really don't know. I was like, Tigey, I'm going to put you down. If you run, we're never doing this again. So I put him down. He looked up at me. He was like, huh? And then I just kind of stood there. He walked around the deck, just looking, because it's a wooden frame and there's like rails and stuff, but you can see through them and whatnot, right? So he could like walk up and see him, or he can look down the steps and it overlooks like a road and all this. Not a busy road. I live in like a little farm town. You know what this cat did? He literally walked around for maybe, I don't know, a minute. Maybe a minute. And then walked back to the door and sat in front of the door and looked at me. He was like, can we go back inside now? Can we go back? He's like, I'm done with this outside. Can we go back inside now? It was adorable. I gotta run. Hope you and everyone have a good night. Sorry again for your loss. He was a cute kitty that clearly loved his human. I appreciate you, Red Sox. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate chatting with you. Said, I'm ready to go back inside, Dad. Exactly. He was... I've never met a cat. I gave him the free rein to run away. I legitimately, like, put him down and, like, stepped back. He could have run away if he wanted to. But instead, he's like, I want to go back inside. He knew he had it best in there. He did. They don't show their bellies unless they trust you, as it's the most vulnerable position. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it was so cute because I was like, he doesn't want to run away. He just wants to go inside, lay down, and just be wherever I am. Still blows my mind. It really does, you know? Like, you were his world. He didn't need anything else. Well, that's such a cute picture. I like that photo a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I found that super cute. He wanted to be where I was, and I gave him the option. Not the option, but I gave him the opening to run away. And all he wanted to do was go back inside. I was like, this cat is adorable. He really is. You know, it's funny too, because like outside of me, he had like a couple. He would let anybody pet them, as I said, right? But there was a couple people who he really liked outside of me. And you could tell because he would want their attention. And there's only like one or two other people. But it's funny because like I would message them and be like, hey, Tiger misses you when you coming back. You know, trying to bribe people with my cat. Because I know most of my community is here for my cat, and I completely agree. He's a little cutie. So yeah, you could he was pet on my way. Give Tiggy all the kitty cuddles. All right. Like, he was a super friendly cat. He really was. When I stayed at it was hilarious. So I was going to say it before. Last year, I stayed at my dad's house. It's back when I took like the slight hiatus from streaming, but I think it was last year. Or was it the year before? I think it was last year. I stayed at my dad's house because my dad was having a lot of medical issues. So I basically moved back home temporarily to take care of him. Turned out to be like 8 months or something like that. Well, last year. Hey, what's up, Kev? What's going on, brother? Thank you. Yeah, it was last year. Well, freaking my dad at the time had 4 cats. No, it was 3. It was 3. And Tiger, like, didn't give a shit, dude. Like, he would walk through the house And the other cats would be like, who this? And Tiger would just keep walking. He's like, I do not care. He's like, I will go wherever my human goes. None of y'all are important. I don't care about any of you. So like, Lucy, my dad's void kitty, is the one that's like, I don't know about you. I don't like you. And she would sit there and hiss at him. And Tiger would stop, look at her, literally look away and just keep walking. That was it. He wouldn't hiss back. He wouldn't do anything. He's like, I really don't, like, you are nothing to me. She hated that. She absolutely hated that. But he's like, he walked anywhere I went, and he's like, I don't really care about these other cats. Mars, the orange cat, wanted to be his friend, and they kind of got along. Lucy, just here to show my support. I appreciate you, man. Lucy's the baby I met years ago, right? Yeah, I believe so. The all black one that was like small. I think when you met her, she was small. Yeah, it was hilarious. It really was. He did not care. Because he wouldn't put up a fight. He wouldn't hiss back. He would literally just stop, look at them, turn his head, and just keep walking. It was really, really funny. And even when he would stay at my mom's house, so like you guys see pictures, he's like laying on like a red blanket or something. That's when my mom would watch him when I had to go away for like work or something. She also has a cat, and he does not like having other cats in his territory. He won't attack them, but he'll sit there and hiss. And I'll be sitting there like petting Tiger, and Lucy or my mom's cat will just start hissing at him, and he'll just pick his head up, look at him, and just put his head back down and just completely ignore his existence. It's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, she was pretty fickle with me. Not as bad as the other black one before her. Oh yeah, dude. Batty. That's I'm pretty sure you met Batty as well. The one that would like attack your ankles as you were walking by. I think you met him. He was the other he was black and white. Did not like me. He did. He just liked to play. He would do it to me too. He did it to literally everybody. Which was hilarious. Doesn't matter who you were. If you were walking by, he would always like jump out and like try to grab your ankles. Yeah, it was it was something. But yeah, with this guy, it was amazing. Like nothing phased him. Literally nothing phased him. There was other cats that would be sitting there hissing at him, and if I walked past him, he would just walk past them with nothing. No bother. Acted like they did not even exist. Which was fantastic. Because he was definitely, like I said, he was definitely the protector cat. 100%. Because when I was at my dad's, Tiger's brother Snickers was still alive. So it was adorable. I have a picture of both of them together somewhere. You would... Snickers would like... He was the more timid of the two. And, he would like kind of slowly walk out into like an area, and then you would see Tiger like barge past him, kind of scope out the area, and then Snickers would just start walking out behind him. And that's basically how it went. Like, Tiger walked in front of him everywhere. And then, yeah, it was always like Tiger first, then Snickers, no matter where they went. And then when Snickers passed, it was kind of the same with me, is he, like, he would wait outside the bathroom, and the second I would come out, he would start walking. He's like, no. I got this, fam. And he would walk in front of me to make sure it's all clear. It was super, super cute. It really was. I've never had a cat do that, where they get like super protective of their human. Animals are weird. They really are. In the best way. Right? They're weird in the best way. And I don't know, like, for the people that have animals, they like, y'all understand what I'm saying. They are very different. They are very different. They seem almost selfless, but they're not. Yeah, very different. Like I said, you know, it's very hard for me to be like, it's very hard for me to love people. So if I do love somebody, best bet you deserve it. Like, you definitely deserve it. But like animals don't do anything wrong. We view things as wrong, but to them it's not. Like, they may swat at you, they may do stuff, but they don't mean any like malice out of it. You know, most of the time, I should say. Most of the time. They're silly little creatures. They absolutely are. They're very, very silly little creatures. I can't really speak too much on dogs because I've only ever had one dog. I mean, like, look at that face. How could you not love that little face? How could you not love that? He's so cute. He also freaking adored catnip, which I know a lot, like most cats do. Innocence. Exactly. Pure innocence. He's like, Dad, I didn't do anything wrong. I did nothing wrong, Dad. Even though he definitely did. Well, you know what? I can't even say that. I really can't. I really can't. Because he really didn't do anything bad. Intentionally bad. Right? He never did anything intentionally bad. There was a time where I woke up. So I have in my living room, I have a entertainment stand, right? It has like a little fireplace in it, like drawers monitors and stuff like that. The thing that's meant to, you know, sit below a TV of some nature. Well, in it, or on it, I have like a table, like a nice little table runner, like a decorative table runner, and decorations sitting on top, just to add some flair and pizzazz, right? Well, one day I wake up to like a smash. A smash. And, so I get out of bed, I run into the living room, and there's a bunch of broken stuff on the floor. And I see Tiger, like, running around in circles with the table runner stuck in his claw. It's hilarious. It's adorable. But he just broke a bunch of my shit. But of course, I'm not going to be mad at him because he hopped up there, which he does semi-often. He would hop up, like, walk across, and then hop down the other side. But this time, I guess his claw got stuck, and it took everything with him. Like, how do I get mad at that, right? You know, I don't see how you can get mad at that. It was cute. It was really cute. I had to pick up a bunch of glass, though, before he stepped in it. But it was cute. My biggest concern was, oh crap, you can't be, he didn't mean no harm. Exactly. You know, he broke one of my lamps, he broke a couple of other things that were sitting up there, but I'm like, as long as he wasn't hurt, I didn't really care. I just need to make sure he didn't step on any glass or anything like that, because that would have really sucked. So after I made sure he was okay, you know, I picked up all of the crap. Let me tell you, getting that freaking table runner out of his claw was not easy. He was holding on to that thing for dear life. He must have really liked it, I guess. But I love this picture with like the the Santa hat covering one ear. Oh my gosh. Oh. That Santa hat was probably the best purchase I think I ever made, because he liked grabbing things. He did. He loved grabbing. Like that. Look at that. He loved grabbing my sweater. That's the thing he would do. So in my living room, in my living room, I have a love seat and I have a couch. He would always sleep on the love seat. Like that, right there. He loved it. So one day, and right there, there's the love seat again. I would come home, and one day I came home and I took off my jacket and I was exhausted. So I tossed it on the love seat, on like the arm rest of the love seat. I go take a shower, get into my pajamas, come out. He's laying on my jacket. Instead of in his bed, which he always lays on, he was laying on my jacket. So I was like, oh, you like that, don't you? And he's sitting there, he's like all curled up in my jacket. So I'm like, all right, you can use my jacket for a little while. Well, a little while turned into like 2 weeks. I ended up moving the jacket more onto the couch because I didn't want to accidentally bump him with the door when I opened it. But Um, yeah, he loved laying on my clothes. He would ball them up into like a sleeping, like into like a bed and just lay on. He would steal my clothes just to ball them up and mix them together like a bird's nest and just lay on them. It was... My jackets were covered in cat hair for the longest time. I have like this one like thinner kind of rain jacket, but the inside's like a felt material. It's black. Inside and outside is black. Not anymore, it's not. The inside, well, actually, yes, it is. It's still black. But, like, you can see all of the cat hair. It's kind of ridiculous. They're great for shedding. He didn't shed all that much, believe it or not. He really didn't. Yeah, he really didn't shed that much. Even when I would brush him, I wouldn't get much hair off. Look at him covered in catnip. Like, he sheds a little bit. You can kind of see it here. But he really didn't shed much, and I was surprised. Or maybe that's off of the blanket he was laying on. I can't remember. I really can't remember. But he definitely did shed, just not nearly as much as other cats that I've had. Yeah, see, like here, I was folding clothes. He took some and moved them over to the side of my bed. And was like, "This is where I'm sleeping now. You can have these when it's late, when I wake up." It was so cute. He would legitimately just steal my stuff. He would steal my clothes just to make a bed. These are straight out of the dryer. Now they're mine. Exactly. Exactly. And you know the worst part? Freaking right out of the dryer. They're still super staticky. So he would lay on them. And then now my perfectly clean clothes would attract all of his cat hair. All of it. So my my fresh out the dryer shirt is now covered in cat hair because it was all staticky. And then he would lay on it and it would be like, "Doop." I woke him up from a nap. He was not very happy. You know, it was a lot of the times when he would be like laying here and I would be working, he would be napping. I would reach over and pet him, and you could see he would like open his eye, but he wouldn't pick his head up. He wouldn't move. He would just open his eye, see it was me petting him, and he would just close it and just go right back to sleep. It was so cute. Like, he knew I was the one petting him, and he knew he was safe. Hey, welcome back, Griffintail. I didn't even know you left. Did you say you left? I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. That's nothing new. Yeah, he knew he was safe because he was sitting there sleeping. I would pet him. He would open his eye, close it, and then go right back to bed. Once he saw that it was me, he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." And then just go right back to sleep. It was so hard to not take naps during work because he'd be sitting here snoring up a storm. He would just be snoring. And of course, it was super cute. Yes, I was shopping. Oh, that's right. You did say you had you had to leave. I apologize. But that's very sweet trust. Yes, it is. See, you were his world. Yes. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Odyssey? I have made it. Yes, sir. Yes, you have. How are you, my friend? Yeah, he definitely trusted me, without a doubt. Uh, and you know what's funny is he hated his picture taken. He hated it. That's why most of the time of the pictures that you see, he's sleeping. I would sneak up. Ah, see, he caught me. He hated his picture being taken. Anytime he would be doing something cute, and I would pull up my phone to try to record it or take a picture, he would stop and just walk away. 99% of the time. He hated it. Like, one picture is going to come up. That picture's hilarious. Not much. Want to be here for you. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you for being here, my friend. They know. They absolutely do. They always know. They absolutely always know. Sometimes he didn't care, but most of the time, if he was awake and doing something, he would not let me take a picture of him. My God, I got some good photos of him. He was super, super cute. There was one time I caught him. He was not a lap kitty by any means. So being able to get him, he came up and like this. He saw me take a picture of him, and he's like, "The fuck are you doing?" He looks like he's about to beat the crap out of me. Like, you know that video or that meme where it's like there's the two cats and the one cat's just like sitting there, and then out of nowhere the other cat's like, bah! That's what that looks like. It looks like he was about to bop me in the forehead for taking a picture of him, because he was licking my head. And then I pulled out my camera and tried to take a photo, and immediately he was like, it's hilarious. He was like, really? You're gonna ruin this perfectly good moment? He was like, excuse me, sir. I was gonna lick the top of your head. How dare you move? Yeah, exactly. Ugh. Exactly. I mean, I'm surprised he let me take this one. I really am. Because the second I would go, he would just stop. Immediately stop. And then just walk the other way. It was super, super cute, man. It really was. Let's see. Yeah, I don't understand. He had such an aversion to cameras. Look at him just all covered in catnip. That's his stoned out nap. He wasn't like huge into catnip either. He really wasn't. Like, sometimes he loved it and sometimes he just didn't care about it at all. Like, at all. Like, I would pour it down, he would sniff it and be like, eh, and just walk away. Yeah, I really don't understand. He adored my clothes. Catnip, but when he loved catnip, oh my God, he freaking loved it. It was something. My cats are drug dealers. That's like me and Green. What? That sometimes you love it and sometimes you hate it? Or like when you love it, you love it? You know, one thing I want to do when I I kind of wanted to get people's opinions about this, but I thought it'd be really cute. When I love it, I love it. One thing I've been toying with the idea of is when this goal is completed and I actually pay off my credit card. Hey, literally his medical bill's the only thing that's really on my credit card. So once I pay that off and we're golden, I want to commission one of my friends. She does what the heck's it called? It looks like 8-bit emoji, like the 8-bit characters. There's a specific name and I'm drawing a blank on it. Well, they're like moving 8-bit characters. What the heck? Like basically like a stream avatar in a sense. But she pixel art. Thank you, pixel art. Yes, moving pixel art. She draws them by hand, and she did it for her dog. And I was like, ooh, maybe I could get one made that looks like Tiger, and he'll like sit in the corner of the stream and like wag his tail, and then occasionally he'll roll over onto his back and like move his paws, and then like roll back over, back to sitting with his tail just swishing. I feel like that would be super, super cute. I don't know how much he's going to charge me for it, but most of the time I take one hit and I'm good. Jeez. I thought it would be a super cute idea. But then I was like, well, should I have him and Snickers? Or should I just have him? Because Snickers was never on my stream. I just feel bad not including Snickers in things. I think it would be a cute idea. I think it would be cute too. Great way to keep him still on cam. Exactly. Exactly. Like his camera would kind of disappear. But like his little stream avatar would still be there. Why not? The more the merrier. That is true, but money. But money. I don't know. It's one of those things. We'll have to. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I briefly talked about it in her stream, and she said she would absolutely do it. I just haven't. I haven't messaged her about it yet, just because I'm not gonna ask you guys to pay for pixel art for my cat. I feel bad enough asking for help with his medical bills. I'm not gonna hush, you don't gotta. Well, too bad. I'm just not doing it. You're literally gonna pop into my stream one day and there's gonna be a cat sitting in my corner. In the corner of my stream. Because that's how this works. I don't want people to waste their money on stream decorations. As much as I appreciate it, I don't want people to spend their money on my stream decorations. I'd rather it ain't a waste. Well, shut up. What? What's so funny? I don't know. that's still a ways away, right? Because I'm not buying anything, I'm not spending any money until this credit card's paid off. I didn't realize how expensive emergency vet was. And he's worth every dime. Like, do not misinterpret that as like, oh, I wish it was cheaper. Obviously, I wish it was cheaper, but I don't regret it. I mean, I do regret it because there's always that part of me that's going to feel like I made the wrong decision. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. You know, he was worth every single dime that it cost to make sure that he was okay. But yeah, obviously I wish it was cheaper. I wish I didn't have to go into debt to basically lose my cat. But yeah. Emergency is always doubled no matter where you go, sometimes more. That was a lot more. That was probably more than double. The fact that it was $1,300. Well, 1,385 or 86, something like that. I don't remember the exact number. It was 1,380 something. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, it always is going to linger in my mind. Like, did I make the wrong decision? Like, and, you know, it's more so yeah, I didn't want him to suffer, so I get that. But it's like, I guess my biggest thing, and for all of you who do have animals, and I'm sure you probably have this, you probably have had a similar thought process to what's going through my brain right now, right? And it's been going through my brain, and I know what you guys are going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say, because it's the same thing everybody says. Because it is the logical answer. But my brain can't help but go there. The last thing that I would want is for, like, Tiger to feel like he is in this position because he did something wrong, right? Because, I mean, think about it from like the cat's perspective, right? Or any animal. Think about it from any animal's experience perspective. Your human disappears for like a week, you know, and it's a week our time, but they perceive time a little bit differently than we do. Or yeah, they perceive time differently than we do. So you're gone for what feels like a long time, and then you come back. Your human comes back, and then the next day is your last day. like, how could you not think, like, how could that thought not be in my mind of, like, did he think, like, his last thoughts, were they, you know, did I do something wrong? Did I do something to deserve this? Did I, you know, not meet my human's expectations, or did I do something to make my human upset? You know? And that's kind of that is the reason that is the reason why I wanted to take him home on Sunday and do it Monday, because, you know, I wanted him to know that, you know, even though I disappeared for like a week, our time, that he was still very much loved and didn't do anything wrong. You know, but obviously I couldn't do that. So it always begs my question. It always bothers my mind of, were his last thoughts like, hey, did I do something wrong? I'm sorry. He knew you loved him. Honestly, he had the look of, it's okay, I'm gonna be okay. Thank you. Thank you for, it's okay, I'm okay. Thank you for carrying me. Thank you for caring for me. I'll watch over you in the pics outside. I know, like, I don't know. It's one of those thoughts that's always in my brain, right? And then to top it off, I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday. I was at my dad's house. And it was like later in the evening. And it was later in the evening because I was getting ready to leave. And it was me, my friend Santiago, and my dad. And we were sitting in the garage. And my dad had a good amount to drink, because that's what my dad does, I guess. Sometimes. A lot of the time. Anyways. And the words that came out of his mouth were not at all what I needed or wanted to hear. Instead, it was the exact opposite. And basically what he said was, now I'm not blaming you, but... And I was like, oh shit, here we go. What's he gonna say? He's like... But he was like, you know, Tiger was an old boy, and, you know, you going away on vacation was probably just a little too much for him to handle, and he just got really, really stressed because you weren't around and caused his body to kind of shut down, especially at your mom's house. He's like, but I'm not blaming you. He's like, but you know, he is an old kitty, and you leaving probably was just more than his little old body could take. And I'm like, so you're not blaming me, but you're blaming me for what happened to my cat. And I was like, because that thought was already in my brain, right? Like, did I cause this? And, you know, I talked to my friend who's at, she's a vet tech, and, you know, that's the vet that I go to. And she's like, no, absolutely not. It was going to happen regardless. It had nothing to do with you leaving. He was content at your mom's house. And I was like, yeah, but these thoughts were already in my brain. And then my dad basically blamed me for losing my cat. I was so mad. So mad, so sad, so irritated that he would even remotely say that. Like, I checked with my vet friend, and I was like, is this even a possibility? And she's like, he could have been a little stressed, but that wouldn't cause his kidneys to fail. That wouldn't have caused him to be anemic. That wouldn't have caused him to do all this. You leaving had nothing to do with it. I was like, thanks. Thanks for saying that and completely being a douchebag. Let me catch up for a second. I'm sorry. Our brains are our own worst enemies during this kind of thing. I completely would agree with you. I get it, but you also know that you gave him an amazing life and he loved you fiercely. I know. Well, consider it from the same context, but keep in mind that he loved you to the extent that he did. I can't imagine that he would have been thinking anything other than I'm glad that I'm with my human, rather than anything regarding the current situation. Yeah, I know. But still, you know, it's... And I'd like to hope that that was his thoughts. You know, I would really like to hope that his thoughts were that I'm glad that I'm with my human instead of like, oh, I did something wrong. You know? That would be, that's fair. I don't think he would have been thinking. Hey, thank you for the resub, Nordic. I appreciate you, brother. That didn't cause his health to crash. That didn't cause his health to crash. He had too much going on internally fighting against him. I know he did. That's such a fucked up thing for him to say. Take that this the other way, though. Imagine if you took him with you. That would have been a ton of stress. Yeah, because I thought about it. That wasn't fair to say, not even really. I know. It's not true at all. You didn't cause it. Rightfully so, you were mad. I was, and I still kind of am, but I'm not going to tell him. It was super out of line. Yeah, I know. Going away doesn't cause animals to have anemia. Hey, what's up, GP? 07, my brother. How are you, dude? His body was just growing tired and worn. You aided him to peace. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Anon? Hope you're doing all right. Rest in peace, Kitty. Yeah, I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. As okay as I can be, I suppose. You know. Yeah, no, it was... It was definitely a super messed up thing for him to say. You know, I completely agree. But... you know, I'm not gonna rehash that with him. Because if that... the thing is, like, okay, was it the alcohol talking, or is that exactly how he truly feels? You know, I really can't tell. So it's like, if it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm not gonna... I don't know. There's no point in talking to him about it. Because if that is how he truly feels, well, that's super fucked up. You going away on vacation basically killed your kitty cat. Like, brother, you don't say that. You don't say that. Yeah, but his body was just growing tired and worn. It's just, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, that thought was always in the back of my brain, right? Because like the week prior that I left for vacation, like, you know, the week before, everything was fine. You know, he was still walking and running and eating and being a cute little kitty cat, like sleeping on top of me and all that stuff. And then literally I come back and he's not eating. He can't really walk. And he just kind of lays by himself in the other room. So... you know, how could those thoughts not be in my mind? Whether they're right or wrong, like, how could they not? Because literally the week that I saw, like the last week that I saw him, he was just this happy-go-lucky kitty cat, and then boom. I know they can mask their pain for quite a while. I completely get that, which is the struggle with cats, right? They can mask their pain until it's so bad that they can't, and then by the time they can't, it's usually too bad. You know, I don't know why they do that, but that's just, you're not the first person to say that. So I know. I know they they mask their pain very, very well. Oops. They are frustratingly good at it. Yeah, they absolutely are. So we don't feel bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they're so good at it. Maybe it is so we don't feel bad. I don't know. But it's frustrating for sure. Just like Autumn said. It's very, very frustrating. You know, because when, like, Snickers, his brother, passed, I had no idea something was wrong. You know, until I took him to the vet. And they're like, oh, he has a heart murmur. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay. So, but he was still fine, so we took him home. Everything was fine. They're like, oh, bring him back for, like, a checkup in, like, a couple weeks. Okay. Well, brought him back. So clearly he was fine to go home, and there was no medicine or anything that they thought he needed. So came back in a couple of weeks. I think it was, like, 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. And, it was really bad. Like, I guess one night, there was, like, a blood clot, and it separated into, like, his legs. So, like, it wasn't both legs, it was, like, one leg, but it wasn't fully, so like, he could still kind of walk, but he struggled. And then, by the time I brought him to the vet, I don't remember what went wrong. Oh, I guess his lungs were, like, flooding or something like that, because the heart murmur got, like, super bad or something like that. And he passed away in my arms. Like, I didn't, like, yeah, we were there, and I was fully prepared to, like, put him down if needed, and I hate doing that. I truly do. I want all animals to pass peacefully when they want to, but I don't want them to suffer. I refuse to let them suffer. They are far too sweet for that. But, you know, Snickers was there, and I was holding him, and then all of a sudden, gone. He was gone. You know, I'm happy to the point, like, he was comfortable enough in my arms that he was like, this is good. This is fine. I'm ready. But, you know, I had no idea something was wrong till, like, 2-3 weeks prior to that when I took him to the vet. Because that's when something seemed off. They're independent creatures usually. They think they can handle it. Yeah, that makes sense too. You know, that does does make sense. But it is indeed frustrating. Murmurs are a tricky thing. I know. And the thing is, he had a slight heart murmur. Ever so slight. And I expected it. I expected him to inevitably develop one because I figured if his brother had one, he would probably have one. But I didn't expect everything else. You know? Yeah. You have a big heart, and that's why it's hard when you wish you could have known sooner or could have done more. Exactly. And that just goes right back to my thought of, did I do something wrong? Did I make the wrong choice? Does he feel like he did something wrong? Like, and that's my biggest fear. Like, I will, you know, I'm very much the person that's like, I will handle any of, I will handle and will gladly handle any of, like, the burden that I have to mentally, financially, whatever, in order to make sure that my kitty cat is okay. But the absolute last thing that I could ever want, and it would break my heart, is if they thought they did something wrong. You know, that I would hate that. Like Snickers, right? And I think about this often. I really do. So Snickers, towards the end, had a bad habit of peeing outside of the litter box, but everywhere. He would do it literally anywhere. So it got to the point where I had to spray him with a water bottle. I hate doing it. I really do, but I had to. And then obviously that would make him upset. No one likes being sprayed with a water bottle. So then I think about it now, and I'm like, is the peeing outside the litter box attributed to one of whatever issues he had? And, you know, because then I would just be spraying him for something he can't help. And then I'm like, well, then I'm just a complete asshole then, because I'm spraying this poor little kitty cat for peeing outside of the litter box, and it was every single time, literally every single time. I very, very rarely towards the end did he actually go into the litter box. And I was like, does he think that I hated him because I kept spraying him for peeing outside the litter box for something that he may or may not have been able to control? Like, does Snickers think that I hate him? I mean, I imagine, you know, he saw, like, he would still cuddle with me every night. So I would assume no. I would assume he would know that if I'm cuddling him, that I don't hate him. And I would assume that, you know, he's been watching over Tiger for the past 2 years and seeing how I cared for him, knowing that I care for him like that, so clearly I couldn't hate him, you know? Then again, do animals even have the concept of hatred? I'm assuming they do, but not in the same sense that we probably do. Because the last thing that, like I said, the absolute last thing that I would ever want is for the animal that I care most about, or animals in this case, because there were two of them, to ever think that I was mad at them or hate them or was angry with them, and that I was doing this because I was mad at them or they did something wrong. You know, that's the very last thing that I want. Yeah, you know, which is why, like, when my dad basically blamed me for Tiger, it re-brought all of those thoughts into my brain. Every single one of them was like, oh, he thinks he did something. This is your fault. You caused this. You made the mistakes. You failed him. You know, I don't like failing people. I don't like letting people down. I don't like letting... I don't like disappointing people or making people upset. And that's people. Like, yeah, I'm not the best person in the world. Nobody is. But if I love you or I care about you to the maximum of my possible ability. Yeah, I may screw up. Yeah, I may make mistakes, but it's not because I don't care about you. It's not because I don't respect you. It's not because I don't value you. It's because I'm human and I fuck up. So then imagine you try to convey all of that to a cat who doesn't understand English, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Tiger definitely did understand some things. Not gonna lie, he definitely understood some things. But, like, not complex sentences like that, I don't think. Try to convey to them, you know, I feel like I failed you, or something like that, you know. And then, you know, people tell you, you know, you didn't do anything wrong. You're fine, you know, he understood, etc., etc. And then your brain starts to get better, and then your parent is like, I'm not blaming you, but you caused this. That it just reiterates the thoughts in my brain, like, I failed him. You didn't fail him. You did everything you possibly could. Yeah, I know. I tried. I honestly tried. Like, I really did. They understand some things and feel some things, but they don't have the same ability as humans to process it. Exactly. You're right. And that's the thing. Like, are you all right if I share a similar story? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. All I can remember is like when I was sitting there, I just kept saying, I'm sorry. Because I was, and I am. Because in my brain, I do feel like I failed him, right? Yeah, I did everything I could, but there were still other options. There was always other options, and I couldn't. It's like I said, I don't like failing people. I don't like failing my animals. I don't like failing in general. Well, some things I don't really care, but you know, like one of the options was to do a blood transfusion. That would have fixed, well, it could have fixed his anemia. Could have. It was like a 50-50 chance, and it would have been very stressful on him to do a full blood transfusion on a 19-year-old cat. I did not want to put him through that stressful situation. If it was a guaranteed fix, and he would have lived another 5 years, then maybe I would have. Maybe I would have spent the $5,000 to give him a full blood transfusion. But the problem was that wasn't the only thing wrong. The doctor said there was a 50-50 chance that the blood transfusion would work. And then, okay, so say it does work. Great. Now we got to work on the kidneys. What caused the kidneys to go to where they are? So, okay, cool. We figured out we do all of these tests. We do all of these tests, figure out what's going on. Okay, cool. Now we have a treatment for the kidneys. Okay, so now he has to go through another possible surgery. Maybe it's medicine. I don't know. For that. Okay, cool. Now we got that fixed. Great. Now let's figure out the plats. Again, I don't know what the fuck plats are, man. Like, I don't know. All I know is they were getting low. Like, okay, cool. So now we do more tests to figure out what's going on with that. All the meanwhile, my kitty cat's not home. You know, that's a week, 2 weeks of him not being home. And then what were to happen if he passed away in the middle of a surgery and I wasn't even there with him? Then what? I would hate myself even more than I already do. You know? If he passed away while they were running tests or doing a surgery and I was not there, and the last thing he saw was not me, but some stranger who was poking and prodding him, the last thing that he felt was not my hand petting him, but some rando. I would never forgive myself for that. I would hate myself 1,000 times more than I already do. You know? You did what you could in your power, and the other options might have even made it worse with the way his condition was. I know. I know. So we have a cat. Figaro, the tuxedo. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. We lovingly call him our $3,000 cat. My brother's girlfriend was watching him. My brother's girlfriend was watching him and let him outside all the time against our wishes. He got attacked by a dog. Yikes. And my brother rushed to the emergency room at 10 p.m. He calls me crying, begging for money because it was an 85% chance to save him. I can only give him so much, so I went to my dad for help. My dad said he wouldn't because it's just a cat and you can buy another one. Oh, hell no. I moved out of his house 2 weeks later, and now we are low contact for a reason. Yeah, no, that is super fucked. Like, I hate the fact that my dad basically told me that what happened to Tiger was my fault. That would be unacceptable. Unacceptable. I don't understand people like that. Like, how could you say it's just a cat? It's fucking not. Like, that response is unacceptable. It's a literal breathing being that was suffering, and you're not going to treat it like dirt. You're just going to treat it like dirt. I'm sorry you went through that. So I'm assuming you were able to save said tuxedo kitty, because you said we have a cat. So I'm guessing you were able to save it. It is absolutely disturbing. It's disgusting. It's rude. And you know, the thing is, if my dad ever apologizes for saying what he said, I would forgive him. But I'm not bringing it up. Nor do I think he'll apologize, because he probably doesn't see anything wrong with it. And you know, the funny thing was, so my friend Santiago, he's my friend and my dad's friend. He's basically the same age as my dad, and I joke that he's my second dad because I hang out with him and talk to him. I hang out with him every Monday. You know, I fly RC airplanes. We have a hobby night at Santiago's house. It's me, him, and maybe like another dude. And then we sit around and chat after. So, like, I'll talk to Santiago about things that I don't talk to my dad about, nor will talk to my dad about, because it's just more comfortable. Because even though he is a father figure to me, he's not my dad. So, you know, I feel like I get a less biased opinion, I guess. And it's just easier to talk to. So we were sitting in the garage yesterday chatting. And somehow it came up about my cat. Oh yeah, because he was talking about buying something. Oh, talking about working on my trailer, because I need to reset up my trailer for my planes. And I'm like, but funds are on hold because, you know, I'm kind of broke because of my cat. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I just heard about your cat the other day when we were talking at my dad's house. And I'm like, it's fine. And then I was like, what did I say? I was like, oh yeah, I said, my dad made me so angry Saturday night. And Santiago chuckled. He was like, oh yeah, I heard it in your voice. So the fact that Santiago, who's not even my dad, recognized a tone of voice that I do not use, but yet my dad didn't realize that he completely crossed the line. Again, it was probably the alcohol. I don't know. But, like, I have a tone of voice. You guys, you know, for the people that pop into my chat and whatnot, you know my tone of voice. It's very lighthearted. It's silly. It's, you know, like a relatively, like, calmer demeanor. right? This is how I am on a day-to-day. This is how I am when I talk to anybody. I have this tone of voice that if you hear it and it's directed at you, you realized you fucked up. Because I do not get angry with people. Or I try my best not to. I try my best not to. I try my best not to get mad at people. I try my best not to, like, yell at people. I really, really do. But I have, and it's not even like an argumentative tone. It's really not. Like, I could be in an argument with you. I could be in a disagreement with you. And still not use that tone. I just have this tone where it's like, you crossed the line and you need to stop. And that's what I used. And he just kept going. Just kept fucking going. And I was like, all right, I'm leaving. Goodbye. And I did. But saying it's just a cat, you can buy another one? Absolutely not. That is completely unacceptable. It was worse at the time because it was the first time I heard my brother cry. Yeah, our mom saved him. He's running around. Oh, he's running around the new house. Oh, little baby. Little kitty cat. So cute. All of this to say, dads say fucked up shit sometimes, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I probably would have punched your dad if he said that to my face. I was mad. I was honestly mad. I really was. And again, he had a fair amount to drink, so I'm kind of blaming it on the alcohol. I really am, but it doesn't make the cuts any less deep, you know? It's, yeah, you know, it's, the cuts are still there. The cuts still hurt. No, it's not an excuse. Nor is starting the sentence with, I'm not blaming you, but. The second you throw a but in there, you're blaming. The second you throw that word but in there, that disclaimer right there, no, it shouldn't be a sentence. You're absolutely right. Buts kill me. Just say what you're thinking. Exactly. And you know, the thing is too, right, this happened this past Saturday, like the Saturday that like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I don't fucking remember. 3 days ago. Was it Sunday? No, it was Saturday because I had a really, really good day Saturday. Mentally, I was in a great spot. It was just a really good day Saturday, and then he ruined it. Yeah. And then he called me Sunday. No, wait, or was it Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday. He said it's Sunday. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I had a great day on Sunday. I went to the store. I got really cheap gas, which was great. Took a nice nap. Sunday was a great day, and then he ruined it. And then it got a little bit better. And then he came over for hobby night on Monday, which he never does. Like, Monday night is just me and Santiago. And honestly, I didn't really fucking talk to him. He was only there for maybe like an hour, which is great. Barely talked to him. Like, I think I talked to Santiago more and then, like, didn't really look at him or anything like that. Like, I was in a... It was still kind of lingering. Like, that irritation was still lingering come Monday. And I was still very... Like, it stewed, right? It stewed overnight and got worse. And I was like, come Monday, I was just in a kind of bad mood. And it was like, when he came over for hobby night, I was like, I'm not, like, I wasn't in the mood to like yell at him, because I'm not going to. But I'm like, I'm just not gonna talk to you. So like, can I fight him for you? Won't say I'd win, but I'd still do it. I mean, if you want to. Hello, Mans feels guilty or something, but won't actually speak up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, wait. What do you mean? What do you mean feels guilty? I'm confused. I is the confused. Yeah, no, yeah, but guilty about what? Your dad showed up to the thing he usually doesn't. Oh, no. He showed up because he needed Santiago to do something for him. And so we were supposed to go flying today. No, tomorrow. We're supposed to go flying tomorrow. And he wanted me to look at one of his airplanes for him before then, so I didn't have to do it at the field. So no, he showed up because he needed something done. So he can finish a project he was working on. And so I can help him with one of his airplanes. Yeah, no, I doubt it's because he felt guilty. He was there because he needed something fixed or something. I don't know. I mean, you could be right, but I kind of doubt it. He's just a tool. My dad is a really nice guy. Like, he can be. But when he drinks a lot, he gets very preachy. And when he gets very preachy, he gets very, like, ballsy is the word that I'm going to use. And he just talks mad shit when he gets, like, super drunk. And I'm like, I'm not here for it. Not here for it. There was hope in our hearts. So he's being a tool? Preachy. Yeah. When he gets, like, super drunky, he's like, oh, you should, because that's basically how he gets. So I have a suspicion, well, I'm almost certain that he was ballsy and preachy. And that's when he was like, yeah, what happened to your cat's your fault. But I'm not blaming you. But it's your fault. What? What? I will never hear an apology out of that man's mouth. Because either he doesn't remember saying it, which is a possibility. He may just not remember saying it. Or he doesn't think it's a problem. Yeah, that backhanded BSery. Exactly. I'm not blaming you for what happened to Tiger, but if you didn't do this, if you didn't go on vacation, he probably would still be here. Fuck dick. Like, nah. You don't do that. You do not do that. That is shit you don't say. You could think that all you want. I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot think. But you do not say that. Also, too, you are not a vet, sir. You fucking work on air conditionings. Like, and your cat weighs like 600 pounds. I am not taking animal advice from you. Although I will say that that orange cat is living his best life. Nope, we're gonna fight him if he pulls that again. Oh, if he pulls it again, I'm saying something. If he pulls that stunt again, I'm going to make sure he knows that he crossed the line. This time I was relatively lenient. I used a tone of voice that he should have recognized. Actually, I don't think he should have because I've never used it on him before. But it's one of those, like, you just know. But he didn't, probably because of the alcohol. And, but next time, I'm going to make sure that he knows that he's about to cross that line. Hopefully he doesn't bring it up again. Hopefully. Because if he does, not gonna be a good thing. But get this, right? Fucking, what was it? Friday, before this happened. Not even a week before I lost my kitty, or not even a week since I lost my kitty cat at that point. He came over because he had to help me with something at my house. And as he's leaving, he's like, "You should get another kitty." And I'm like, or he was like, "You need another kitty." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get one eventually." And he's like, "I think you should get a kitten." And I'm like, "That's not gonna happen." And he's like, "Oh, why not?" I'm like, "Because I don't want to." And that was the end of that. The bipolar flip-flop. My thing is, like, my mood typically matches the other person. Or it's like, "Oh my god, you're a senior saver." Right. Exactly. Yes, I save the senior kitties. I don't want a kitten. Everybody wants a fucking kitten. I don't. The fact that everybody wants a kitten, that's why I don't want one. Like, brother, the past 3 cats I had, I got them at like 16. What makes you think at this point I want a kitten? By the way, would you like a little resin thing for kitty? Yes, I would love a little resin thing for kitty. But, like, my fuck, dude, the past 3 cats that I got on my own were older kitties. What makes you think I want a kitten? I do not. Everybody wants kittens. Everybody. Everybody that wants a cat wants kittens. I do not. I do not want a kitten. Give me something like 15. Let me give that cat its best life. Its best golden years. Like... Like, what? I don't... I was thinking of putting a picture of your choosing in a little... That would be so cute! That would be so cute! Yes, I would love that. I also need to hang this up somewhere, because I need to figure out how to do that. But yes, that would be adorable. That would be absolutely adorbs. That would be really, really cute. I'm curious, like, what the shape would be. But yeah, like I was like, brother, come on now. Like, what are you doing? Even my mom, dude, like, I was at my mom's house, the day after I lost him. Literally the day after. So I think it was a Monday. Yeah, it was Monday because I took that day off from work. And I had to stop at my mom's house. And I didn't want to, but I had to because I needed to take a shower. Long story, not even going there. But I didn't want to because I knew she was going to be all like, I'm so sorry about Tiger, this, that, and the other thing. Because she cares about that cat too. But I was not in the mood to deal with it. But anyways, I get there, I shower. I'm sitting in the living room. And she's like, we're just like talking. My mom's like really awkward, right? My mom's relatively awkward. And she's like, so do you think you'll end up getting another kitty? Literally the day after I lost Tiger. The fucking day, dude. And I was like, yeah, probably at some point. And she's like, oh, okay. And I thought that was the end of the conversation. And then she was like, do you think you're gonna get one or like two? And I'm like, Mom, my cat died less than 24 hours ago. I don't know. I haven't even thought that. I haven't even thought about that yet. She's like, oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was the end of the conversation. I thought. Where do you typically get them from? Like, do you adopt them from, like, shelters? Or do you, like, reach out to people? And I'm like, Mom, stop. I was like, I don't know. Wherever they have them. I haven't even thought about it. She's like, oh, okay. I was just curious is all. Both of my parents are very socially awkward people. They really are. Like, without a doubt. And my mom, especially, does not get fucking social cues. My dad's not overly amazing at it either. But, like, they both know how to just kill my mood. My mom does it accidentally, right? Like, she doesn't see the things that she's saying as, like, she really sucks at social cues and reading the room and doing all that. She's terrible at it. Absolutely terrible at it. So there was no sort of malice behind what she was saying. She was just generally curious, and it was probably in her brain. And she's like, I'm just gonna just say it out right now. So, you know, I can't be upset with her for that because that's just how her brain works, right? She has like super bad untreated ADHD. So if something's in her brain, she just spills it out, and that's fucking it. Terrible timing. Always terrible fucking timing. And incredible. Take that mixed with like super social awkwardness and unable to read social cues and read the room. It's terrible. But like my dad should fucking know better. Right? He really should. But I was like, I was like, Mom, really? Really? I would probably do it in a pyramid or a square. You just send me your favorite pick. It will take me a while because I want to make it perfect, and it's kind of a new mold. Oh, yeah. Okay. I will find a couple of pictures and kind of file them down. Not the time, Mom. Jesus. Exactly. Not the fucking time, bro. People really don't just get it. Granted, I know plenty of people who have come into the shelter post losing an animal and thinking they're ready for another. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Some people will go in. I don't remember who I was talking to. It was somebody, and they were saying that like either their parents or they were like a serial adopter. Like the second their animal would pass, they would go get another one, just so they didn't have to deal with the it was so the place that I went to do Tiger, they provide free counseling, which is really cool. It's really, really cool. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So the lady called me and I talked to her, and I guess it was like her parents or her niece or something. I don't know. Someone she knew was like a serial adopter where they did it because, you know, they didn't want the house to be empty. But you never grieved. Like, you never truly grieved. And then eventually just the dam opens and everything comes out. And she's like, that's what happened. But anyways, so, you know, I get it. Some people just go in because they think they're ready, or they just don't want that emptiness in their home. But I'm a firm believer of the universe will tell you when you are ready. Right? Like, after my last cat, Pickles, died, I adopted her at 16. She lived till 22. Sweet little baby. She was such a sweetheart. It took me a long while before I was ever even considering adopting an animal. But, you know, I followed shelters on Facebook and stuff like that. And then one day, there was this, like, mom and pop shelter that popped up in, like, the next town over. And something told me, they were like, hey, we're having, like, an adoption day, etc., etc. You know, if you're interested, let us know. Something in my brain was like, comment on this post. Comment. Ask them if they have any senior animals and whatnot. Something. Like, I was not even looking for an animal at that point. Something told me to do it, so I did. I commented. And they immediately commented back, yeah, we have a couple. Here's our phone number. Give us a call to talk about them. So I called them. They didn't answer. I left a message. Maybe like 20 minutes later, they called me back. I was talking to them. I was like, hey, what do you guys got? And they were like, oh, we got this one that's like 9. I was like, no, that's okay. They're like, we got this one that's like 12. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, and then we got this pair. And I'm like, ooh, tell me more. And so then they sent me pictures of Tiger and Snickers, and I immediately fell in love with that cat, those kitty cats. I really did. Something in my brain was like, these, it's gonna be these. And I was like, at the time, you know, I was going through a lot of stuff with my dad's health and whatnot. So it wasn't the best time, but something was like, do it. And they were super accommodating. They really were. You know, I was like, I gotta clear out space for them. I gotta do this, that, and the other thing. They're like, that's okay. They're with a foster home right now. They can stay there until you're ready to get them. And you could still go meet them. And, you know, I was a little skeptical because this was a very off-the-cuff whim, like, thing. I was still kind of grieving my other cat, even though it was a little while, but I just, you know, I wasn't really looking. And then I went to go meet them, and I was like, these are my babies. These guys are coming home with me today. Like, these babies are now mine. And, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, I was not looking at all. And something was just like, hey, comment on this. Talk to these guys. See what happens. And I found this sweet boy and his brother. Like, and they were amazing. They really were. They are amazing. Because I'm sure Snickers still comes to visit me every now and then. And I know for a fact Tiger has and or will. He's probably just up there reuniting with, you know, Snickers, and probably going to go see their original owner and then tell their original owner about me. Because basically they got surrendered because their owner passed away. So I can't really, you know, blame their owner for them being there. It's not like they didn't want them or anything like that. But I think it was like an older lady. So they're probably up there playing with each other, telling the original lady all about me, and then how much I loved them and cared for them, and how Tiger was the happiest boy, and how Snickers was the happiest boy for a short amount of time, and how I saved them and gave them the best golden years of their life. That's probably what they're doing. You know, they're probably up there just playing, and they're probably meeting. I bet you they probably met Pickles, because Pickles is definitely up there too, and my other cat, Pookie. Like, they're probably all reuniting, sharing stories. You know, it's, that's what I keep coming back to, you know? I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I am so sad, right? I miss Tiger every single day. I really do. But I'm also happy that he is up there hanging out with his little brother again. That they can, like, reunite and play together again. And that they can reunite with their original human, who hopefully, spoiled them just as much as I did. And I'm sure she did, because they were both such huge sweethearts. So they clearly came from a very, very loving home. So, you know, part of me is happy that they get to reunite with each other and play again like they were little kittens and run around the house and, you know, do all that super cute fun stuff that they only got to do for a little bit while they were with me. So as sad, as truly sad as I am, I'm also very happy that Tiger and his brother are back together, because I know they missed each other. When Snickers passed, Tiger was very sad. You know, his little brother is gone. So yeah. People think it'll fill the hole quickly and heal it, but like Vamp says, everyone grieves differently. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Or they come in, they just need a fur baby to pet after losing their 16-year-old friend and then realize they aren't ready. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a thing too, you know? Isn't it great when something clicks in our brain and it's like, just do it? Yes, it is. And that's the thing. Something in my brain was like, just do it. And I ended up with these two amazing kitty cats. And, you know, my dad was like, oh, why'd you adopt such older cats? And then he saw how Tiger acted with me. And he was like, that cat really loves you. And I'm like, that's why I do it. Because when you save an older cat or an older animal, like, they know what you did. They know that you're there to help them and give them a loving home. It may take them a little bit to realize it, but once they understand that you are there trying to actually help them instead of leave them in a cage at like a shelter, the love that you get from that kitty cat is completely unmatched. I mean, come on, like, look at this dude. Like, you could not tell me that he was not happy. Like, you know. Snickers was very much like the younger brother who is like, yay, new friend. And then Tiger was definitely the protector. And then when Tiger really understood what I was doing and how I was, you know, trying to be there for them, he really was like, yes, this is my human. really do think I need to get eventually. I am gonna get the little pixel art made because I don't know. Like, I look over at like his little camera, and having him not be there is just different, you know? Just having him, you know, like look over and not see him sleeping or staring out the window or putting his little butt cheeks against the glass on my computer. You know, it's different. It'll be a good addition to the stream in his honor. Yeah, that's the hope. That's the hope. I think it's a good idea to add the art. Yeah, yeah, and I will. I will. It's just doing it, you know. It's I don't know. First things first, I have to pay off this credit card bill. And then I'll do it. I don't know how expensive it's going to be, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. You know, it's... Yeah, I know I do. I appreciate you guys being here. I really do. I know this isn't an entertaining stream, but I don't know. I wasn't really sure what to expect tonight. To be honest with you, probably like 5-10 minutes before I was supposed to start, I almost was like, I don't want to do this, or I can't do this. I'm glad that I did. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I did, but I don't know. It's just really different. Not having my little stream buddy with me, you know? To be honest, I'm happy to be here to try to help you just a little. I appreciate that. To be truly wouldn't have wanted to spend it any other way, and I mean that full-heartedly. Well, thank you. I'm hopping off for the night. I hope you have a good night. Hey, Ducky, thank you for stopping by, my friend. I really appreciate you. Thank you for everything. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, man. I think it's going to help you heal whether or not it feels that way now. Yeah. I hope so. I really do. about our loved ones. I know. It's just, you know, like, when I just blew my nose, like, I instinctively want to turn by to go pet my little kitty cat. And then I just realized he's not there. There is no little kitty cat to pet. So that's going to take some getting used to. I know he is. I know he's there in spirit, but it's like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I like look over and I'm like, little kitty cat, but he's not there. And then, you know, like I would instinctively like want to call for him, so I wanted to do that, but I know he's not going to answer. You don't have to know either right now. What do you mean? What do you mean I don't have to know? I don't have to know what? I was confused it. Because you kept saying, oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't have to answer for what it feels or anything right now. Just take it one day, one moment. And honestly, to be completely honest, like, this is the second time I've been in my office. Like, this is where I work. I work in here. I would put my laptop on the desk, throw something up on YouTube, sit here and work throughout the day with that window that you guys can't see right open, and have my little kitty cat just here, and this is where I would work. In the past 2 weeks, week, it's been a week, including right now, I've been in here twice. One to set up the stream, and then one to stream. And I haven't even worked in here. I just sit on the couch and just I don't sit at the table because he would, you know, hop up, and I had a little seat right in front of the window for him. So I don't sit there. Even when I'm working on the couch, occasionally I'll catch myself like glancing over at the love seat to see if he's, you know, laying in his little kitty cat bed. Because it's still there. I can't bring myself to move his blanket. I have it neatly folded up right where he left it, right where he last laid, right there on the love seat. Can't get rid of it, just in case. Just in case one of those times I magically look over and he's sitting there. You know, I cleaned house. Cleaned up. swept all this other stuff, got rid of trash. I was gonna throw his box away, his favorite box. Still has his catnip in it. Couldn't do it. Put it back. Put it right back in the middle of the floor, right where it was. Just in case, one of the times that I look over, maybe he's gonna be sitting in it. You know? I know. You know, it's like, his food bowl still sitting on the floor with hard food in it, with the little water fountain still running. Because what if he's hungry? You know, like, I don't know. What if I, like, wake up one day and he's there and he's looking for food? He's like, yo, where's my food bowl? Well, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Ooh, that's bitter. You know, it's like, I don't know. Like, if I move the blanket. Now I know he won't be there. And I feel like, I don't know. Maybe if I do leave it, if I leave that little blanket there that he's just cutely laying on right now, I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. Because, you know, if I get rid of it, that gets rid of the chance of him coming back. Or him ever being on it. So, I don't know. I know it's wishful thinking. It's incredibly wishful thinking. But it's very much like, if I get rid of it, what if he's looking for it? You know? So I can't can't bring myself to get rid of it, as silly or as stupid as it may be, because I know he's not. I know I'm not going to get up one day and he's going to be sitting there looking for food. But what if he is? I don't know. I guess it's... I don't know. I don't know why... I don't know why I can't bring myself to get rid of, like, a box. A cardboard box. I really don't know. I don't know why I can't do it. And it's funny too, because he had this one box that he really, really liked. That for some reason he never got sick of. I don't understand why. Like... no matter what boxes I got, he would hop into them, explore them. He'd be like, oh, that's cute. And then hop back and go right back to his box. I really don't get it. It was just a random Amazon, I think it was an Amazon box. But no other box compared to that box. There was something super special about that box, and that's the box I can't get rid of. I don't know. I really don't know. And yes, I know you're like, you don't have to know. Shut up. You literally said that. You literally said, you don't have to know. Pretty sure you've said it like multiple times. So yes, you do sound like that. You sound like the human version of an orange cat. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't know. I think think that's where I'm gonna call it, guys. It's 10 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, really. Thank you, everyone who's I would hope so. I'd really hope so. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for showing up for my little kitty cat. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure he does too. Thank you guys, all the ones who, you know, help support the hospital fund as well. I know it's not your responsibility, but I really do appreciate it. I really do. He's worth every single penny of it. So, thank you. Literally everybody, you know, whether you don't need to donate, and I would never expect anybody to, but thank you for giving my little kitty cat your hard-earned money. I do really appreciate it. I know I know for a fact he does too. I know he appreciates all the love and support and whatnot. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna wait 1 second. I didn't realize I was an ad. I did not know I was an ad. That's so stupid. God, my nose hurts. I really need to like invest in freaking tissues. Not paper towels. That's such a cute photo. That is one of my favorite photos of him. I believe it's my wallpaper or a variant of that. Yeah, that one. Yeah. He's such a little fluff ball. He really is. I don't know. I really don't. It's one of the sweetest memories. It really is, you know, because I was floofing his little tummy, and I tried to take my hand away, and he was like, "No," and he pulled it back. It definitely was one of the sweetest memories. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you, everybody, every single person who's come out to donate. Whether you've donated or just shown your support by chatting, sharing, just being here, I appreciate it. I really do. This little cat meant the world to me. So, thank you guys. I don't know. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. Maybe play a game or something. I really don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how the day goes. And before any of you say it, don't rush it. It'll be okay. We'll be here. I know you will. Because I have a feeling Vampy was typing that as I said it. But seriously, every single one of you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will try to be back tomorrow. If not, I'm going to stream at some other point this week. I absolutely will. I have to. So, thank you guys. From me and my little void kitty, we appreciate you guys so very much. That fund is going to be up for like the next 3 months. Knowing you guys, it's not going to take 3 months to accomplish it. But still. Yeah. Alright, guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. And I'm sure I'll probably see you around in someone else's stream.